How did Jesus deal with injustice?
I'll make my own decisions. What a stupid thing to say. Lord, I need you every day.
I was going to do this later on in the year, but seeing as though they put it in the middle of the Super Bowl, it's fresh in our minds right now, so let's go ahead and talk about it. The ad says, there was this controversial figure. Everywhere he went, people challenged him. They questioned his ideology. Jesus was not a political leader like the Jews thought their Messiah would be. It's how they missed their Messiah and now think he's not coming. It's incorrect to say that Jesus was trying to put forth his ideology. The political leaders were the ones who challenged him. And they weren't challenging his ideology. They were challenging his authority to go against their traditions and calling him a blasphemer because he claimed to be God. Oxford Languages says this about ideology. A system of ideas and ideals, especially one which forms the basis of economic or political theory and policy. He didn't believe he could change the world by turning the other cheek. And neither was it about having to control his outrage. He came to tell people he was the truth, the life, and to atone for our wrongs. To pay the debt of sin so we could be reconciled to a righteous, holy God. The ad says this. He faced insurmountable controversy. So often he was the target of unjustified hate. How did he stifle his outrage? By being God in the flesh. The perfect sacrifice, the spotless lamb. Hi, Furball. It wasn't about learning to pick his battles either. He was very deliberate and knew his opponents from the creation of the earth. He knew what to say to each of them because he knew them from their mother's womb. He knew their deeds and motives. He knew why they were the way they were. The article says, once, a group of men spit in Jesus' face, struck him and slapped him, and yet he did nothing to retaliate. Even though our anger is often justified, it's taken a toll on our ability to engage with one another, and honestly, it doesn't feel good. It didn't just once happen. This was at his trial and crucifixion that they spit on him and slapped him. It wasn't just some random day he was teaching at a synagogue or walking down the street. He didn't retaliate because this was the culmination of his earthly mission. The reason he came. In fact, he told Peter, put your sword back into its place, for all those who take up the sword will perish by the sword. Or do you think that I cannot appeal to my Father and he will at once put at my disposal more than 12 legions of angels? How then would the scriptures be fulfilled, which say that it must happen this way? He came to do the dirty work of being spit on, slapped, and mocked. Retaliating would have ruined the plan for mankind. His anger was truly justified. Ours is not often justified, like the article suggests. Let's not kid ourselves. We snap at stupid things. We verbally bite when we have no reason. Are there justified times? Yes. Yes, there absolutely are. But let's not conflate the exception to the standard. Jesus wasn't like us, thankfully. Let's stop trying to turn him into us. We are wretched. He is not. And as always, thank you so much for being here today. And if you haven't already, click that subscribe button right there and hit the bell. And don't forget to hit the like button as well. And I will see you next time. As the early Christians used to say, Maranatha.
Show the love of Christ. We know this is why we're here. This is why he gave us life. So let his love shine through in everything